Hey guys, it's Quay and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Quay and we talk about interesting topics because we're interesting people. So definitely consider subscribing, and without further ado, let's just get into the video. So today's video is going to be on how influencers and celebrities are now using mental health as a way to deflect from their scandals, and just overall they just use mental health as a way to, as like a shield when any criticism is brought up against them. So yeah, let's talk about it. I guess right now the most notable influencer that's using mental health as a way to really deflect and to not take accountability for anything would be Gabby Hanna. If you guys haven't watched her videos where she basically is a wreck, I'll link them down below so you guys can check them out, and a couple of other videos where YouTubers are covering the whole Gabby Hanna situation. But for the most part, Gabby Hanna has ADHD, and with that, she likes to use it as a shield, basically. Anytime you criticize Gabby Hanna, she uses the fact that she has ADHD and says that you basically, in a nutshell, cannot criticize her because of her ADHD and because you don't understand how her brain works because she has ADHD and you don't. Which is kind of problematic, because when you begin using real mental health issues as a way to just deflect, that becomes a really big problem. You're using mental health as an excuse to be a bad person. And that's not how it works, because people with mental health issues already face this stigma where people think that they're literally crazy and they're automatically bad people because they have mental health problems. When someone like Gabby Hanna, or just any celebrity in general, uses mental health as a cop-out for just being a dick, it doesn't help people who have mental health issues that seriously need the help and just, that support, get through whatever it is that they have going on. It just makes it really hard for them. I know that right now we are all trying to destigmatize, mental health and the conversations around mental health. So when you do that, it kind of takes away from, the purpose. It's kind of hypocritical. And I think with Gabby's case especially, when she's criticized for things like, let's say, her book that she wrote, which wasn't a very good book, she throws up the mental health card very quickly. And she says that she has ADHD, so therefore people who don't have ADHD won't understand the book that she wrote. And that's really not the case, because there's some great but there's some great writers who have ADHD who go into their writing process and how the ADHD affects their writing style and everything like that, and they have great works of art, great books that they've written. Gabby's book was not great, and when people brought up valid criticism about it, she used her ADHD as a defense mechanism, and she basically shot down any criticism. And the thing is with her, of course she can't take criticism, which is fine. Well, it's not fine, but that's just Gabby Hanna. It's not okay when, she sends her fans to attack other people who are just voicing their opinion, because she's an avid believer in basically, free speech. But when other people express that, it's, you can't do that. I have ADHD and no. So that's just one example. There's plenty of other examples as well where influencers or just people in general just use mental health as a cop-out. So usually whenever an influencer's in a scandal, the first thing they say is they were in a bad place mentally. First thing, it doesn't matter what the scandal is, it's I was in a bad place mentally, I was depressed. Which may be true, don't get me wrong, however, it doesn't excuse their behavior, and I think we have to start holding them more accountable and calling them out when they do use mental health as a ploy, as a shield, as a defense mechanism for their actions, because that's not what it's supposed to be used for. That's not what it's meant for at all. You cannot use your mental health as a cover-up. That's not how life works, and it's not how it works in the real world. So, and I mean, again, Gabby's not the only one. I feel like almost every single influencer does this, and it's kind of gross when you think about it, because it's like even people who don't have mental health problems or issues will use mental health as, their cop-out. It's always, I was depressed, I was in a bad place mentally, when it's like, you weren't depressed, you were just saying the N-word on camera. That has nothing to do with you being depressed, you were just being a bitch, and yeah, kind of racist, but that's besides the point. We'll let it slide, I guess. Whatever. But I don't know. That's just how I feel about this whole thing. I just think it's very unfortunate that mental health has always been used as a cop-out for everyone, and that's been, not for everyone, but for most people, and it's been going on for a while, but I think now, more recently, it's rampant. Like, it's all you see whenever someone gets in a scandal is, oh my gosh, my mental health, I was XYZ and in a dark place, and it's like, no you weren't. You were partying in Turks and Caicos. Like, you were not in a bad place. You were just being a bitch. Like, I don't understand it. But that's just my 2 cents on the matter. This was just a really quick video that I wanted to just talk about and just open up the conversation, because maybe I'm looking at it from a different perspective, so I definitely want to hear and like listen to what you guys have to say about this, so definitely comment down below. But anyways, till next time, stay pretty, and remember, don't use mental health as a defense mechanism when being given criticism. It's just weird, and it doesn't work in the real world. You'll get fired from your job.